Lego is a huge company, so there's bound to be some knockoff or fake versions of Lego. Today we're going to be taking a look at 5 different custom or fake minifigures and comparing them to the real Lego counterparts. As we go through each one, I'm going to talk about all the details, the pros and cons for each minifigure, and then at the end, I'm going to say if I like Lego's version better or the custom better. Really quickly, if you guys have not already, make sure that you guys do subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos just like this. And also, while you're down there, you can go in the description and join the Discord. Alright guys, let's get into our first minifigure. Our first minifigure we're going to take a look at is the Senate, also known as Emperor Palpatine. And now this is the official Lego minifigure. You can see he's got some really nice robe printing, a great fabric cape. He has these 2 little lightning things for his hands. He has 2 face prints, one angry, and then the other one more neutral. He also has a hood. Now we're going to take a look at the custom. This one is very similar as he does have similar robes. He also has some of this lightning for his hands, although it's completely light blue, which isn't 100% accurate because in the films and stuff he does have purple in his lightning. He also has a cape, which is not as nice of a texture as the official Lego one, but probably the worst part about this minifigure is the face. I mean, just look at that. He's got this really creepy face with these really red saggy eyes. I think it's way too realistic for something that Lego would do. He's got wrinkles everywhere, and he has no alternate face. Also, the skin tone for the custom is a little strange, and it's a lot brighter than the official Lego one. Now, the Lego one uses this older hood piece, while the newer one uses the newer hood piece. I'm gonna be honest, both these minifigures are okay, but I think I'm gonna have to give it to the official one, just because of that face print and the inaccurate lightning. Now we're gonna move on to another Sith, and that being Darth Maul. So this is the official Lego Darth Maul minifigure. This is the newest one that they've made. He's just got some simple black robes all around, and then you can see his face print there, and now he does have the pupilless eyes, which is definitely a downgrade from previous ones. He does have this really nice headpiece which has his horns on it, and this actually lines up really nice with the printing. Now we're going to take a look at the custom one. This one is based off his robot legs version, which is really nice. He has printing on his arms and on the side of his legs, which is really cool. You can see he's got printing all down by his feet for all the mechanical parts of the legs. Now this is a different version of Maul because this one's episode 1 and this one's of course the robot legs Maul. He's got really nice robe, dark gray robe printing, and you can get a better look at the arm printing and then his back. The worst part about this one is gotta be the face yet again. The face just does not look right, and also his headpiece doesn't fit as well. You can see there's like a weird little notch, and while in the Lego one it flows a lot better, but overall this one is a really nice minifigure, and the arm printing and side leg printing really adds. He even has printing on the back of his legs, which is something Lego has never done before. So I think actually with this one I'm gonna end up going the custom route. While the head is not my favorite, the head for the official Lego is not as good just because it has those eyes, but I really do love all the printing on the custom. Our next minifigure is the best bounty hunter in the galaxy, Boba Fett. This is Lego's official Boba Fett minifigure, and it's a really good one. We start out down at the legs. You can see he's got some great toe printing, along with some leg printing. He has no arm printing and no side leg printing. He comes with this blaster right here, which is decently accurate to hit what he has in the movies. He also comes with this cloth piece for his shoulder, which has some really nice orange on there. And if we lift this up, you can see again, no arm printing. He does have a really nice sand green jetpack, and the helmet is just about perfect. If we take off the helmet, he just has this angry clone face, which does kind of stink. Overall, this is a really nice minifigure, but let's take a look at the custom. This is the custom. You can see he looks a lot bulkier. If we start down at the legs, you can see he's got some very similar printing to the other one, except this time the legs are in a light gray instead of a sand blue, which I do prefer the sand blue. One thing that this Boba Fett has that the other one doesn't is this belt piece. Now this just goes right in between the legs there and really does add to the minifigure, where the official Lego one only has a printed belt. This is the blaster that he comes with. You can see it's extremely oversized and not really too accurate to what Boba Fett actually uses. So I definitely prefer the Lego blaster more. One thing that's definitely different about the custom is that he has a physical chest piece instead of just printing. I can go ahead and take this piece off and you can see it's very big. Now the jetpack is actually separate, So this is the chest piece. It is really nice and pretty large. It also has some shoulder pads. I do like the little Mandalorian insignia there on the side. And then the jetpack just attaches to the back. Now, one thing I don't like is how dark the mold is. I feel like it should be a little lighter. And also, the jetpack feels really oversized. But since we have the chest piece off, we can go ahead and take a looking at the printing under there. It's just really just like gray clothing. He does come with this very large cape. Now, this one's not as good as the Lego one in my opinion because it does not have that orange on it. And also, it is huge. If we lift that up, you can just see the back printing is just normal gray. He does have arm printing, which is pretty nice on both sides. But we can go ahead and put on the chest plate again. And then finally, we've got the helmet. The helmet is a pretty nice design. It is definitely bulkier. It is definitely bulkier than the Lego version. He does have a rangefinder just like the Lego version. Although if you bring it down all the way, you can see it's not like really on his actual visor part. And it's a little bit oversized. His head is actually kind of stuck in the helmet right now, but it's just a completely black head. And if you can see, there actually is no printed black for the visor on the helmet. It actually just goes in, which I really do like. I think it looks a lot better than the actual Lego version for that, which is kind of like how the old Boba Fett and Jango Fett minifigures used to be. Overall, I think these are both really nice Boba Fett minifigures. There are definitely some things I like about each of them, and some things I don't like about each of them. But I think I'm gonna have to give it to the official Lego one, just because I don't really like the big bulky chest piece on the custom. But now let's move on to another Mandalorian, the Mandalorian Din Djarin. This is the official Lego Star Wars Din Djarin minifigure, and this is before he has all of his Beskar. You can see he does have very minimal leg printing, but I don't think he really needs that much, so he's just got a few pads. He has no arm printing on either side. The chest printing is beautiful. He comes with this little cape here, and if you lift it up, you can see some back printing. The helmet's very simple, but I think it definitely works, and then he just has a plain black head underneath. He has this custom-built blaster, which I think works really well for his Amban sniper rifle. But now let's look at his custom counterpart. Just like the Boba Fett, he does have a big molded chest piece. We start at the legs, which you can see is very similar to the Lego version, except he has toe printing, which I think was definitely missed out on the Lego version. If we move up, he has that same belt piece that Boba Fett had. And where on the Lego minifigure, it's just printed. His Amban sniper rifle is a special mold, and I think it looks so much better than the Lego version. He has arm printing on both sides of the arm, but we'll get a little better look at that once we take off this chest piece. One interesting thing with the custom is he has a jetpack, and where Mando did not have a jetpack when he didn't have his Beskar. So not 100% accurate, but if we take this off, you can see that under his cape, there's actually this little hole, and you have to take off the jetpack to be able to take the cape off. But here's a look at his chest piece. Very similar to Boba Fett's. It's not as big though, it is smaller, which I do like. And one of his shoulder pads does have that blue and is like a different color, which is really neat. His cape's strange, like I said before. It's got a little gap in there because it has to go on before, and then the jetpack goes on. If we take a look at the Mando minifigure without his chest piece on, you can see just like Boba Fett, he just has some cloth printing under there and on the back as well. His arm printing is really nice, and I definitely do wish we got that on the official minifigure. The helmet I feel like is really bulky and just does not need to be that big. Now this one is different to the Boba Fett minifigure, to where he actually has a printed visor, and if we actually take off this helmet, you can see he actually has a face underneath, which is really strange, as it looks nothing like Pedro Pascal, who plays the Mandalorian, and it's just kind of a really random face, so I definitely prefer just the plain black head. And now it's time to decide which one is better. I think I'm gonna go with official Lego again, just because I can't go over how bulky the helmet and the chest plate makes him look. And also having the jetpack is a huge inaccuracy. But now we're gonna move on to our final minifigure of the video, that being Commander Cody. Of course, I had to get a custom clone trooper in the video. And for today, we got Commander Cody. Now, the official Lego Commander Cody minifigure is really nice. One of the best clone minifigures they've made in a while. He does have some very simple leg printing, but I think it definitely works out. He's got some toe printing. And then as we come up, you can see he's got his gray belly, along with his really nice torso print. He just has a standard Lego blaster. His arms are just fully orange. And then he just has his unprinted, just normal visor. And then his helmet print's very nice. He does have a printed jetpack on the back. And if we take off his helmet, you can see he has a specially printed clone trooper face, which is really nice. But now let's look at the custom. Here is the custom. Starting at the feet, he has Yet again, some toe printing and some really nice prints there. He does have side leg printing, which looks really nice, along with back leg printing, which just really adds to the minifigure. Moving up a bit, he has that gray section yet again, although it is a lot darker than the official Lego version. I kind of prefer the lighter one. But he has like the belt and everything, and it really flows. And he also has side arm printing, but he also has under the arm printing, which just really looks really nice, as Lego just doesn't print here. So on the official minifigure, it's just completely blank. Both arms have really nice printing. Now, one thing that's very interesting is he does have like these dual pistols, which is strange because Cody does not use dual pistols. You can see on the back he also has a printed jetpack, which is a little smaller than the official Lego version. I kind of like the back printing on the official Lego version better. The visor is really nice. As you can see, it's a completely different mold, a lot smaller of a mold than Lego's, and also does have printing on it. Now, it can't really move all that much up and down. It can move down a little bit, but it's not really supposed to be like that. And the actual helmet printing's not as nice as the Lego one, but I think the visor really makes up for it. If we take off the helmet though, you can see we got this goofy looking face. This has got to be one of the goofiest faces of the video. And I mean, we got faces like this in it. But overall, a really neat minifigure. Now it is time to decide which minifigure is better. And I'm actually going to go with the custom minifigure. I like how he is printing pretty much everywhere printing can go. The only things I think that are bad about him is the inaccurate blasters and that hideous face. Let me know down in the comments which minifigures you prefer, the customs or the official minifigures. I think there are definitely pros and cons for both, and it really just depends on if you just like to stick to Lego, or if you want to go dip into some customs. All these minifigures are great though, custom and official. Like I said before, guys, don't forget to subscribe, go check out some of my other videos, and down in the description you guys can join the Discord. I do sneak peeks and all sorts of things, and I chat all the time. So if you want to be a part of my community, you can go ahead and join with the link in the description. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you want to watch some more videos, you can click on one of the links in the end screen now.